Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you records that aren't even available yet. So I'm really excited about these great titles and I'm looking forward to showing them to you. One of them is a Record Store Day release that's going to be coming out April 23rd. It's a long time coming and I will explain what I mean by that. So these are going to be great records, and also I'm going to show you the most expensive record I have ever bought. So this one tops the Van Halen's A Different Kind of Truth that I bought a few years ago. This is even more expensive, but I'm excited about it. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell. And I will warn you, there is a possibility, and a good possibility, that I'm going to get pretty emotional in this video because I'm going to be showing a record that really shakes me to my core. So just maybe prepare yourself for that. I know I'm preparing for it too. All right, so let's talk about these records that are going to be coming out very soon. They're from Elemental Music. And my first introduction into Elemental Music was this Bill Evans, Behind the Dikes. My husband bought this record for me last year on one of the Record Store Day releases, and I loved it. It sounds great. The recordings are beautiful. The packaging was wonderful. A great way to find out about Elemental Music. And then after that, they got in touch with me last year and asked if I would show a couple records on my channel. And of course I was delighted to do that. And they sent me Irresistible by Tammy Terrell. It was on yellow vinyl. It is a gorgeous record. This is a hard one to find. So I was so pleased to get that one. And it was a great release for Record Store Day. They also sent this beautiful Barney Whelan French Ballads record. To be honest, this is absolutely one of my favorite jazz records. It is so gorgeous. They did such a great job with that. So I've been very pleased with Elemental Music. I think they're really fantastic. And now I'm going to show you a record that is going to be coming out for Record Store Day. It's not even out yet. I'm going to be showing it to you and I'm excited about it. Now, it's a long time coming, and what I mean by that is this was actually supposed to come out last Black Friday. But as you all know, things really were crazy at that time and it wasn't able to be released, but it is now. And so this is a very cool release. Jackson 5 ABC. Check out the cool hype sticker. So fantastic. I have seen this record in record stores, but it's usually in pretty rough condition. So this is going to be a beautiful copy. If you collect Motown, you will want this for your collection. If you are a Michael Jackson collector, this is another one you'd want to have. Really beautiful music, and it's on a really cool blue vinyl. So just a really exciting release. And they're going to have some other releases for Record Store Day. They're going to have Chet Atkins live in Paris. It's going to be on 3 LPs, and it's an exclusive. Albert Ayler, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Revelations, it's going to be a 5 LP exclusive. And Edwin Starr, War and Peace, is going to be on orange vinyl. So those are really great releases. Hard to get. Edwin Starr is really hard to find. So I think those are going to be really cool releases for Record Store Day. So now I want to show you some other records they sent my way that will be coming out, I believe, around May. And I will leave links below to where you can buy these records. And I would say just also check on Elemental Music's website. They're redoing it right now, but I imagine you will be able to eventually buy them there. Or if there's any more updates, I will talk about them on my channel. So first off is a record that I have seen at Record Store Days, and it seems like the common theme I'm going to be talking about is the records they sent me are records that I think are really cool, and yet when I see them in record stores, they're usually trashed. They have this really strange coincidence that the records that I'm going to be showing are hard to find clean. So maybe that's their thoughts. Maybe it's records they've seen that they think needed a really clean and good reissue. So here's one. This is Muddy Waters Electric Mud. I have seen this at record stores, never in good condition. They're pretty rough. Anytime there's a black cover, you get ring wear, you get just a lot of stuff going on. So this is nice to have a beautiful copy. I've never been big into the blues. I don't have a lot of blues records, but you know, I'm open to it. I didn't think I was a jazz fan until I started listening to jazz and realizing, oh, I love this. Same kind of with the Beatles. I respected the Beatles, but until I really dug into their discography, I didn't realize how amazing they are, and now they're my second favorite band of all time. So I'm open to blues music, and this is a great release. This is a great one for me to start with. It has amazing songs like on Hoochie Coochie Man, Let's Spend the Night Together, She's Alright, I'm a Man. It's a cool release. And they put it on, oh, and let me just show this too. This is a really cool hype sticker. I think they make great hype stickers. It's on a really nice white vinyl. So that one is a very nice one to finally add to the collection. If I had seen a very clean copy of it at a record store, I probably would have picked it up just because I know how important that record is. I think it's a, you know, something you want to have in your collection. I thought that was a great one to really start getting into the blues. So that was really nice. Here is another one that's super cool, Rare Earth. I really enjoy this record a lot. This is a cool record. Side 2 alone is a song Get Ready, written by Smokey Robinson, but I'm telling you, the guitars are so unbelievable. It takes up the whole side. It is a whopping 21 minutes and 32 seconds. Just a terrific one. There's a slowed down version of Tobacco Road on here. I'm used to the David Lee Roth version, and there's other versions out there as well. I like this one a lot. Magic Key is really good. Feeling All Right, everybody knows that song. This is a great release. Another very cool hype sticker. This one I have is on black vinyl. And I love the label. So pretty. So another great one for me to add to the collection because I like Rare Earth. Again, when I see their records, they're pretty trashed. This next record I'm gonna show is the one that when I opened the box and I saw it, my heart just really kind of skipped a beat. It is a record that brings out so many emotions for me. And if you have been watching my channel for a long time, you'll see it and you'll know exactly why. But if you haven't seen my channel and you didn't watch in the very beginning, I will be sharing a little bit of the story with you. So let's go ahead and get started with it. Wish me luck, you all, because it's very hard to talk about. This is Sonny Cher, All I Ever Need Is You. First off, I will say this was a stunning record, very fun, love the music. I think if you are a 70s fan, you need to have some Sonny Cher in your collection. It just is, it's timeless, and yet when you hear it, it instantly brings you back to those early 70s. And I was a huge fan of Sonny Cher. We watched the Sonny Cher show every single week, my mom and my sister and I, so I have great memories of that. The album cover alone has some really special memories. It is the first memory I have of anything at all. My first memory is living in a little town called Santa Claus, Indiana, until I was 4 years old. And when we lived there, I left this record out in the rain accidentally. Not the record, the album cover, I'm sorry. The album cover out in the rain. I was under 4 years old. I remember kind of getting in trouble for it. Looking back, I think, okay, how is a 4-year-old supposed to be responsible, or someone under 4 supposed to be responsible for an album cover? But it got destroyed. So that's my first memory I have, is this album cover, leaving it out in the rain and it getting destroyed. But no problem, we just kept that record in this album after that. So, so when I wanted to listen to the record was still fine. It had stayed indoors. And I would just go grab the Cher record whenever I wanted to listen to that one. But anyway, I want to show you this. Let's go back to this album cover because it's very unique. It has a really cool gatefold that they have put in here. I love this record, this picture. As I said, I love Sonny Cher. They are iconic of the 70s. They hold a huge place in my heart. Here is the hype sticker that comes with it. And I love how they put the little rose, they coordinated with it. It's very cool. The record itself sounds wonderful. Same iconic cap label. That brings back so many memories for me of me just popping that record out, putting it on. The Cher record album cover that I just showed, it had the same label. So very iconic. Okay, so I shared with you, this is my first memory I have, is this album cover getting destroyed in the rain. And the music of this album is also very special to me. After we moved from Santa Claus, Indiana, to another location, shortly after that, when I was 4 years old, my dad left. And I was a huge daddy's girl. Anytime my mom and dad, for some reason, they would, one would take one and one would take the other for the day to do some things, I always chose dad. And when he left, he quit being a dad, basically. And I didn't understand it at all because we were very close and I had a great relationship with him, or at least I thought. And I blamed myself. I shouldn't have. I was just a 4-year-old child, but I didn't understand. And I couldn't really discuss my feelings. I didn't know how to explain how I was feeling. But I would put this record on and side one would be fantastic. You know, we get into songs like All I Ever Need Is You. Here Comes That Rainy Day Feeling Again. United we stand, divided we fall. I love that song, so beautiful. Side two had a song on here called You Better Sit Down, Kids. And when it came to that song, I guess I really wished my dad had had that talk with me. I think it was needed. So hearing Sonny sing it and talk about it, in some ways, I think it was helpful. But it broke me down to tears every time I heard it. As a little child, I would just go in the corner and cry because it just really hit home. We had just been through it. So one day when that was happening, my mom walked in, she heard the song, she saw me crying. She immediately knew what was going on. She picked me up in her arms. I don't remember what she said, but she was very comforting and loving and hugged me. And you know, until I started feeling good again and my spirits were up, she held me. And it was a great moment for Mom and me. And I knew she was hurting too. But she put me down after I was started to feel better. And when she walked out of the room, I'll never forget this. She turned around and she said, Melinda, from now on, let's just listen to side one, okay? And I never heard side two again. Until a couple of years ago, I finally bought that record again and listened to it. And when I heard that song, You Better Sit Down, Kids, I remembered every single part of it. There's a little bit of where he ad-libs and talks about things that the kids should do to help their mom out, that I didn't remember exactly, but I remembered everything about that song. And that's saying a lot because I hadn't heard that song probably since I was 5 years old, I'm guessing. So having a beautiful copy of this record again is bittersweet, but mostly sweet. And here's why. We all go through things in life that are hard. And that was one of those times for me when I was a little kid. And I really wish I had had a better relationship with my dad. It got better as I got older, and you know, I was at peace with our relationship when he passed away, but I never had a dad. And this record really just brings all that back to me. At the same time, I've had a wonderful life and great things have happened for me. So this record's bittersweet. I love Sonny and Cher. They bring me joy and happiness. That one song is really sad, and I've also heard there's a Cher version of it that I've never listened to, and I'm not going to torture myself by listening to it. They had no idea when they sent this record how emotional it was for me. But I say that is a great record to own. If you love the 70s, that is fantastic. So thank you so much to Elemental Music for bringing those records my way. I've enjoyed listening to them. They're great records. I think they are so important. They're all just classic albums. And I love that Elemental Music is bringing them back to us in such stunning condition. So before I show you the record that is the most expensive record I now own, I want to say thank you to Jesse of Waco, Texas, and the family of Spin Connection. He sent me some wonderful little 45s, great RCA Victor box sets. That's one of them from this little box. So nice. I love all of these great little 45s. Just beautiful. So kind and generous. I appreciate it. Again, thank you, Jesse, and the people of Spin Connection in Waco, Texas. I really wish I could go to that record store. I'm sure it's super cool. So now let's go ahead and talk about the most expensive record, the most money I've ever paid for a record. And once you see it, you might not be too surprised. It is not Odyssey and Oracle by the Zombies. I'm not interested right now. Well, I am interested. I'm not gonna lie. I'm interested, but I've been burnt a little bit. I feel like at this point I am on a treadmill, and Odyssey and Oracle is a Twinkie that I just keep trying to walk towards that I'm never gonna get. But this record was obtainable. Now, this is a record that I had on my want list from Discogs for the super vinyl version of it. And it's just out of reach for what I want to spend. It's too big of a splurge. It's just an area that I personally won't go to. Now, I'm not, pay what you want for records. I'm not judging that at all. There's just certain limits that I don't want to cross. You know, it's just $400, $500 for one record is too much, in my opinion, for me. I'm not judging you. You spend what you want. It's a freedom of choice, which I applaud. So I just never thought about buying that record. And then it dawned on me, you know what? This is on super vinyl, but maybe it was released before that when it wasn't super vinyl, just a regular release. So I did a little research and realized that it had been. When it came out, I didn't know this album very well and I wasn't interested. But now that I've fallen in love with this album, I realized I don't have to have the super vinyl version of it. I can buy the 2014 Mobile Fidelity version of it, and it's Bob Dylan's Desire. I love this record so much. The song Hurricane is mind-blowingly good. The song Sarah is so gorgeous. One of the highlights for me, honestly, is One More Cup of Coffee. I love it. Emmylou Harris sings with him on this record. It's outstanding. And I just didn't think the original sounded as good as my Bob Dylan records that I have in my collection. It just was the one that lacked. All the others sound really good, whether they're originals or reissues. They've all sounded fantastic. This is the one. It's one of my favorites, and it just wasn't living up to what I was wanting. It is a promotional copy. It does not number, so someone sold me their promo. And it was one of those deals where I made an offer on it, and I just have this psychological number for some reason. I don't want to go over. I will if I have to on something somewhere. I don't want to say I won't go over $200 because eventually I'll eat my words. But I made an offer for $195 and the person accepted. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. And I said, I'm so excited to pay so much money. I get where y'all are coming from on that. I really do. I know it's expensive. I don't buy jewelry. I don't buy expensive items in other areas of my life. But yes, I spend money on records. I think we all know that. So this is a 45 RPM 2 LP set, and it sounds beautiful. No regrets. It was still sealed. It was in beautiful condition, and I couldn't be happier. So Van Halen's A Different Kind of Truth was $175, and now I have broke that record and spent $195. I'm not going to count shipping because shipping puts me over that 200 mark, and I'm not comfortable with that. But anyway, that is the most expensive record in my collection now. So again, thank you so much to Elemental Music for sending such beautiful records. I really enjoy them. Please check out below. I will leave links if you want to see those records, and I'll give you updates for when Elemental Music, maybe their website will be open soon and you can pre-order from them. And be sure to check out the Jackson 5 and the other records that I named that's going to be available for Record Store Day. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.